I'm Kathleen from Peonysenvy, and in this video today we are going to talk about dividing peony roots, and more specifically how to divide an herbaceous peony root. An herbaceous peony, other than separate from a tree peony or a woodland peony, is the type of peony that grows in your grandmother's garden. These are 3 feet tall, huge floppy heads. They bloom in the transition between spring and summer. They're the perfect cut flower. Every bride wants to carry them. They're a wonderful old-fashioned flower that is near and dear to all of our hearts. They come in whites and pinks and dark merlots, bright reds, even corals, sometimes yellow. And it is just such a fabulous flower that we always want to have more. So how to get more peonies from one peony root? To understand this, we are going to wash this mature peony off so we can see the anatomy of the peony root, the eyes, the tubers, and where to divide them, how to divide them, and then we'll talk about how to put them back in the ground so we can have more. So after we've washed the root, we can more clearly see the different parts of the herbaceous peony root, and this will help us know how to divide it. The peony root has 3 most important parts. These are the crown, this top darker part, the eyes that grow upwards from the crown, and the tuberous roots which grow downward into the ground from the crown. So the crown, the eyes, and the tubers. And when we go to divide this, we don't want to cut through the eyes or damage the eyes. And we don't want to cut through the tubers and damage the tubers. We want to simply break it apart or cut it apart so these kind of natural clumps, these natural divisions, are where it will break apart. From this root, we're going to have some natural divisions. We're going to have a clump here, a clump here, a clump here, a clump here, a clump here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll get more from that. And so each clump should have roots and eyes and crown. And so we're going to see if we can first break it. Hear that snap? And we kind of unweave it. And so this is a first go at a division. And you can see that we just have a little bit of scarring right there where we broke one tuber at the crown from another. But we didn't damage the tubers and we didn't damage the eyes. So that's one. And then that's 2. This is a little bit tighter, so I might need a knife here, so I'm going to set that one aside for now. We're going to go 1, 2, well, at least 2. It's not a pure science. And this one here, I want to get this and this separate, and there's just a little bit of division there. Nice. Okay, so this one I'm going to leave alone. We have eye, tubers, crown. Here we've got eyes, tubers, crown. Eyes, crown. This one we can do again. See this? We can just break this one. Oops, right there, right? Eyes, crown, tubers. Again, eyes, crown, tubers. And this little piece here, right? So as long as it's got one eye, a little piece of crown, and tubers, it's going to grow into another peony. Well, this one has 1, 2, 3 eyes, several roots, a nice crown, and we could leave it alone. This is a nice size root to plant. And if you plant this size root, it'll grow into that big root within about 5 years. Or we could take this and divide this further. This one we can divide further. This one we can divide further, right? Or we can leave them alone and plant larger clumps. If we're going to divide them further, I want to show you just for a second. If they don't naturally break, but we want more divisions from our mama division, we're going to try with a knife to cut just through the crown and see if we can torque the knife a little bit and not hurt the eyes and not hurt the crown. So right here, make sure you have Band-Aids. And see that? It wouldn't break, but just with a little dip of the knife and a little crack and a torque, we can get this into a couple more pieces. Again, as long as they have pieces of tuber, pieces of crown, and eyes, it's okay to plant and it will grow into a nice big peony plant. Now that you're done dividing, you will have several roots that look something like this. Again, we have the crown, which support the eyes where the stems and flowers are forming, and the roots to support the growth of next year's flowers. Thanks for watching. If you've got questions, leave them in the comment section below and visit us at peonysenvy.com.